It's been a few hours since the Grow Garden Christmas Update Part 1 came out, and as you all know, it's a pretty good update. I can't lie, this has personally been one of my favorites, and in this video, I actually managed to find a method that makes it so OP. I think one of the most important parts of this update is the brand new harvest. It's very similar to the Safari harvest, except a little bit different, which is this little thing where you can submit Christmas mutated plants in order to, get a bunch of really cool Christmas presents. If you actually go ahead, talk to the elf and say view gifting rewards and go to individual, as you can see, there is a bunch of stuff you can earn. You can get things such as Santa's surprise present, which in my opinion, this is the best. This literally has a chance to give you the brand new best pet in the game called the not the Spinosaurus, but the Krampus pet right here. The developers did unfortunately make it pretty hard to get, so I have gotten the best absolute method that I could find for you guys. But let's get straight into the method, and the only thing I'm going to ask you guys is please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. It means the world. But for the first thing that you want to do is get an empty plot, or a plot where you really just have at least one section that's empty. It's actually preferred that you actually have no plants in this. As you can see, I do have a bunch here, but I am going to go ahead and collect them because they are single harvest, and they're not actually going to be a problem for us. There we go. We can just casually clean out everything, and then I'll go ahead and reclaim this because I have no idea what that is, but there we go. The reason why we did this is because for this event, if you have not noticed already, you are literally just submitting Christmas mutated plants. It's very similar to like the previous fairy stuff we had, but all it has to have is some sort of Christmas mutation, and that is actually a bunch of things, including some past ones. If I go into the guide, I can show you guys all the options, but for Christmas type plants, mutations, you can also actually provide frozen, which has been in the game for a very long time, as well as things such as, I forgot what else there is. Oh, I think chilled is also another one. So there's plenty of options. You don't actually have a limited, option list. But you want to go ahead and plant down some of the cheapest seeds in the game. And you preferably want to do ones that are permanent harvest. So don't do carrots. That's the only one you really don't want to be doing. But strawberries work well. Blueberries do the same. Buttercup, I'm pretty sure this is a single harvest. So not that. Tomatoes work good too. Literally anything. And I should mention, you do not actually need a ridiculous amount of these. The more the better. But you actually don't need too many. But we're going to go ahead basically plant these things down, right? Blueberry seeds. And oh my god, what the heck am I holding? Okay, no, blueberry seeds. And we're literally just going to go ahead and plant down like a certain amount. It does not have to be a lot, bro. I'm not even going to do that many. There we go. I did about 20 to 30 of them. That is enough. And then just go ahead and water them so that way they grow. If you don't water them, that's perfectly fine too. But it does make the process faster. If you've not actually seen earlier, if you talk to Ribbon the Elf and say, how do I add gifts? He basically says use player gifts, blah, blah, blah. Okay, wait, that's not the prompt. Oh, it was this one. How do I get Christmas mutation? He says snow comes every 10 minutes on average. There's a brand new event inside of the game that occurs pretty much every 10 minutes that literally mutates all of your fruits very quickly. And not only are we going to be taking advantage of this when it comes, but also afterwards, how we can actually get that to spread. There's currently two ways on doing that while we wait for this event. One is you can obviously use the T-Rex pet, right? This pet is insane. Every 18 minutes, it devours a random mutation from your garden, then roars and spreads it to 4 other things. It's very good because in case you don't have any other things that spread stuff, this guy will basically do that job for you. However, there is a downside to it. The cooldown is 18 minutes long, and you can actually improve this, but the method that you do is a little bit tedious. One thing you could do is go ahead and actually use mimic octopuses, place these guys down, and get them to a 15-second cooldown, which, I mean, it's literally very difficult to do. You have to have it above a certain weight, but not only that, you actually have to get the rainbow mutation on it, as well as feed it a bunch of toys. I could show you guys that, but I would assume that 99% of the players do not know how to do that. Luckily for us, there's actually a different pet inside of the game in the pet eggs that is actually very obtainable. If you go to the egg shop right here in the legendary egg, there is this pet called the polar bear. It's a 2% chance, which is fairly rare. It's the legendary of that egg. But the pet has a decent ability where every 90 seconds has a 10% chance to churn a nearby fruit, whether chilled or frozen. Keep in mind, this is a 10% chance, so this is obviously not very effective if you don't have this pet leveled up. For me personally, I don't have this pet, so I'm just going to be using my T-Rexes, but either one works. I actually would also use the Spinosaurus, but that is not very good. So for this one, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and equip things that either like have a frozen mutation on them. Like as you can see, I got frozen kitsunes and stuff. This is actually not the best, so I am sticking to the T-Rex where that way it can spread its mutations. But I actually do need more slots, so I might as well equip anything that has frozen on it. And what this is gonna do is also give us a bunch of mutations, so it's not bad overall. The frozen mutation works kind of similar to the polar bear, except it's a charm or a mutation you can put on, and it's every 4 minutes, and it's a 20% chance, so it's much better. To do that, though, you do actually have to go to the pet mutations with at least a level 50 pet and actually get that mutation. But now, as you can see, all of these blueberries have no mutations on them. If you try to give this to the Christmas harvest, it's actually not going to even work, and you need to get some sort of mutation on them. But in the meantime, there's something else you can do. As you guys saw, I did mention that you should get blueberries and stuff very easily inside of the shop. That's going to help you out. If you can actually gather a bunch of flower type pets, which there is a very limited option of these, to be honest. Like, I don't even know if there is any flower type pets in this event. I am pretty sure actually this poinsettia thing is a flower type plant. It looks like it is. And maybe this holy berry. Wait, not holy berry, holly berry, my bad, bro. But there is a sprinkler inside of the game that actually instantly mutates these things into the frozen mutation. And this specific thing is, I believe, the frost sprinkler or something, the flower froster sprinkler. So this obviously Frostin's flower sprinklers thingies, you know, it has to be a flower pretty much. And to be honest, the options for this are a little bit limited, but you can go ahead and take a look at all of them right here. If you don't have ones that are multi-harvest, I really wouldn't recommend you get them. And oh my god, there's a frozen mutation happening. Well, this is actually not the mutation event that we're looking for. There's another one, I promise. But basically, what that frost sprinkler does is it instantly gives it to it. And if you have something multi-harvest, you can quickly harvest your plant and then go ahead, give it to the Christmas harvest. And when it grows right back up after you like water it with the can a little bit, then you can just do it over and over again for like a few minutes straight. But I'm gonna go ahead and now wait for the event that we're looking for, aka the snowstorm. There's also actually a wet mutation event going on, basically a higher wet fruit chance. And if you get this thing to also pop up, which it just happened because I was waiting for the new mutation, but if you do get it to pop up, it actually does give you a frozen mutation as long as you can get it to pair with chilled. As you can see, a mutation combo for frozen is chilled as well as either drenched or wet. Alright, bro, now we're actually gonna wait for this thing. Hurry up and happen. And there it is. As you can see, the event has started. The snowfall event, a gently snowfalling with it boosted odds for snowy mutated fruits. This was actually an event I showed you guys in my last video when I made my full guide as well. But during this event, it's very overpowered that you're actually inside of the game because your plants get this mutation extremely quickly. I actually do think if you're in a public server with multiple people in your server, this event works a little bit better with. But basically, every few seconds, I believe, if they did not change it, we should be able to get a bunch of a snowy mutation on our plants. And it happens very rapidly. Okay, it's not popping up on my screen for some reason, but as you can see, snowy plus frozen, it is infecting all of my plants. Best part is, the reason why I got these T-Rexes down, they can duplicate this mutation. And not only that, they can duplicate things like frozen, wet, and all that stuff. Even though it's not a great mutation, it helps us get a lot. And while this is actually happening, I can go ahead and even place down more blueberries because I think all of these might honestly get this mutation. And it would honestly be boring if I did not place down more blueberries. So let's get more of these down. This mutation event simply works like the rest, except it just gives out the certain type of mutation a lot faster, which is exactly why we're using it, which is why it's so good. As you can see, there's this little like particle on everything. That is the snowy mutation. As you can see, it was popping up a notification for this earlier, but I basically got my blueberry to get the snowy mutation 59 times. It was insane. And you can see in this person's garden, everything that's little white highlighted, it has that mutation. I don't know what they did to it for like to not just show that it's snowy, but it's fine because now we can just go ahead, collect this stuff, whether it has snowy or chilled, it does not matter. And then we can go ahead and use it. Okay, we got a max backpack, so let's go on over here and sell this. And then I actually have to sell my inventory because anything that doesn't go into this, you want to just sell. So let's submit all, and there we go. We just went up 96 points. And then for the rest, you could just go ahead and sell them because it's probably stuff you can't make value on anyways. And if you continuously grab these, they will regrow because it's blueberries. It's something super easy to regrow, and it allows you to get a lot of this mutation. Also, you can take an even bigger advantage of this by placing down some giant ants. I really hope I have some giant ants. Let's see. Okay, oh my god. Are you serious? The developers are updating the game while oh no. Bro, there's no way they just reset the servers, man. I was recording. Okay, yup, my mutation event is gone and now it's just wet. Great. The devs are cooking me for this video, but if you do get the giant ants, which I'm so sad I forgot about, this guy is basically just going to actually give you a chance to duplicate your mutation. As you can see, it has a 10% chance harvested fruits duplicate, and this, I believe, copies onward the mutation too. So let me go ahead and try to get something that is snowy, and if we do get a duplicate, I'll see it. So come on, give me frozen, snowy. Is it gonna work? What are the odds I'm not getting one? Okay, yes, I just collected it and it duplicated this exact one. As you can see, the stats of these two fruits are the absolute same. So yes, it does 100% duplicate the mutation too. I just forgot about it. But, yeah, you literally just run around and collect this. Why is my backpack always full, bro? I swear I have nothing in it. But, yes, just come back here, submit all, boom. We just got a normal present just like that. There's a chance of what kinds of presents you can get. Some definitely much better than the rest. But the one thing I would actually put on is a little, boost toy on my pet. I got a large one right here, so let's go put it on the ants. I think that's what's going to benefit the most. So now it's at 14%. And keep in mind, my ant is literally level 18. It's not good. The more you level up this pet, the better it is. You probably do not want to be using level up lollipops for it, but I just did, and okay, that was useless. But yes, just wait for this mutation event to start and then duplicate these. And as you can see, lucky dupe, it happens very frequently. I think my inventory is getting full, bro, because I have so much random stuff in it. But there we go. You just put it in over and over. What I'm actually gonna also go ahead and do, since I do have a T-Rex that's level 49, this guy right here, I'm gonna go ahead, feed him some level up lollipops, or one. There we go. And then let's pick him up and throw him inside of the mutation machine. Oh, also, whenever you do craft stuff, you get this player gift. This gift is specifically meant to be given to other players. When you give this to someone else, it will actually add to the gifts given countdown, which then, if you look at the gifting rewards and these milestones, you are able to unlock a bunch of these. Oh, and you do get some presents from this, but it's not that good. All right, bro, T-Rex, it's time to sacrifice you. Get in there, buddy. You have an hour cooldown, but I don't want to make y'all wait. So 49 Robux or tokens. And come on, give me some good windy, bro. No! Bro, I just got like one of the worst things, man. It's whatever. Wait, just out of curiosity, I kind of want to go ahead and do it with this guy now. I have to give him 14 levels. Come on. We need one more. There we go. He should be level 50. Okay, he's actually level 51, so we went over. And make sure you're constantly feeding your pets. I say this all the time, but it is very important to go ahead and do so because it actually allows the pets to get these mutations, and if you don't feed them, they don't get XP. So come on, there we go. Please give me something good on this one. Aurora, no! Bro, Aurora is so hard to get. It's the same chance as a rainbow. Oh my god. All right, well, I guess we'll go ahead and throw that guy down. He's not as bad, but he definitely does not give us anything I need. But I really hope this method helps you guys out. Keep in mind, you do have to wait for the event to come in. It is the snowy mutated event. That's the, mutation you want to really get the most. But it sucks that the developers just decided to restart the server while I have the mutation event going on. Like, what the heck, man? But if you enjoyed this video, hurry up and watch this one on the screen right here. Please, I went ahead and handpicked it for you. I really, really think you're going to enjoy it. And I would appreciate it so much if you watched it. So hurry up and click it because this video is about to end. And until then, I'll catch y'all in this video. Bye!